So my name's Rachel Sergison and I'm here with the Yardley McLaren M19A, which is from 1971. And we're here at Silverstone at the British Grand Prix doing historic Formula One demonstrations. So the car was designed by Ralph Bellamy for the 1971 Formula One World Championship. It's got the Coke bottle monocoque, which is its iconic shape. So this started in the 1971 World Championship with Denny Hulme driving it, but it had a very good debut season. It came fourth at the Monaco F1 in 1971. It has a whole host of famous drivers who drove it in the day. Denny Hulme, Peter Revson, Jackie Oliver, David Hobbs, and then of course Jody Scheckter in 1972. He did his debut in this car at Watkins Glen, the USA Grand Prix. So we run with the Ford Cosworth DFV engine, which all of these historic F1 cars of this era ran with. And the great ingenuity of this engine was that it became an integral part of the car. So all the suspension bolts to it and it bolts directly to the car. So only these 4 bolts on each side, this is what holds it onto the car and it's a complete integral part. And it's got a Hewland 5-speed gearbox. The Coke bottle design of the car meant that the fuel tank was moved to the centre of the car and running down the centre of the car, which is one of the innovations of the day with this specific car. So the cockpit of the car is actually fairly basic, really. None of the crazy steering wheel buttons and things that they have these days. You've just got a 6-point harness, absolutely nothing on the steering wheel. You've got your water temperature, your oil pressure, your oil temperature, and then your old school tacho there. And you've only got 3 switches. You've got your ignition, your rain light, and your fuel pump. So that's all you needed to run these cars. Very basic, but that's all they needed in the day. So obviously back in the 70s, you don't have your driver aids. All you rely on is the driver instincts, and you've got these very wide 17-inch tyres, which they ran on in the day because that's your main point of contact. They've got the massive wing, they've got the high airbox, and these are the sort of iconic things of the day that really define this period of racing. So we took ownership of this car only a month ago. We brought it back, we've got it running, but then we've formed this partnership with Zero Petroleum, which is to try and create a sustainable future and to keep these cars running going into the future and for future generations. So the beautiful thing with the Zero Petroleum, the synthetic fuel, is that we have not had to make any modifications to the engine or setup at all. It just drops straight in, exactly the same as our new normal fuel. We just fuel it up exactly the same. And then we've proven this weekend, it's been running on this sustainable fuel all weekend. So this really is the future for these cars, to run on this synthetic fuel, because it will just keep them exactly as they were in period. It keeps the history alive. You still get the same sights and sounds without any changes necessary, but it will keep us going towards our carbon neutral target for the future. So thank you very much to Zero Petroleum for their sponsorship of the car this weekend. And we very much look forward to continuing our sustainable journey for the future.